Sandwich Talk of 2021 that is back in my kitchen. If you are a first timer to Sandwich Talk, let me tell you what we're doing. This is a show that started because I just love sandwiches. So we started the podcast, hung out in a studio, me and a friend eating 3 sandwiches from a place. Those podcasts still available on Spotify. Just type in Sandwich Talk. But this video version started because of COVID. I wanted to hang out with my friends. I wanted to do this. I get to make a sandwich in my own kitchen with my friends who are making sandwiches in their kitchen. And it's been cool because it's given me a chance to make sandwiches with friends that don't even live in Detroit. Speaking of which, that's who we've got today. This person, there's so much that I can tell you about this person. I've known this kid since he was in high school. I am very thrilled to say that I've seen him grow up to be a very successful human being, more than just the stupid shit that we used to do. He is hilarious. I share his stuff all the time because I think he's just super funny, extremely talented, and he's made a name for himself now, and I'm very proud to say that he's still a good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce everybody to my friend, Nate Armbruater. Nate, welcome to the show.
Hello, Carlos.
Dude,
thanks for having me.
You look older.
I've changed. Quarantine. Dude, it's longer than yours.
You guys, whip it out. Whip it out.
No, I just did this for the camera.
Oh, well, at least turn and let me see it.
I was stressing about it.
Oh, wow. That's long, dude.
It is like down to here, no joke.
Wow.
It is so weird. Because it's not my style, like I always had short hair. But, with everything, the whole last year, we've been like inside for like 9 months, and I just never got my hair cut. And now I'm like, I might as well keep it for a bit just because. And I'm also lazy. And at this point, there's no reason to look nice other than your friend's podcasts these days. So I was like, I could pull it back, throw on a collared shirt, no pants.
No pants? Are you not wearing pants right now?
No, I'm just kidding. That would be funny, though.
I guess technically I could do every show without pants and nobody would know.
You could. It would be like a fun, did you know or something?
I guess, did you know that I don't wear shoes during this show?
I'm wearing slippers. I am wearing slippers.
Let's see them. Ooh.
My dog chewed them up.
Nice little loafer boys.
Yeah, I love this. This is a great setup.
This is fun.
By the way, yesterday, I don't know. I feel like this is just too funny to not mention. So this year has been like a crazy adjustment for everybody, but especially for me.
No, you think?
Well, I mean, yeah. But like for me, in my experience, right? Every year for the last, 10 or more years, I've been gone half the week doing shows, stand up somewhere, wherever. So I went from like being gone half the week, every week, somewhere different, to all of a sudden you can't go anywhere, you're inside. And now my life's completely changed. I got a work from home job right now, and it's all going great. But so I'm not used to having anything scheduled. And yesterday, of all days, I actually did stand up in like Indiana, and I booked the show like a month or two ago. Somebody asked me to do it, and I was like, sure, why not? What else do I have going on? And all of a sudden, I'm like, Carlos, I asked you to do this. This is what's so funny about it. It's like, here I am, like, Carlos, I want to do your podcast. It looks so fun. And also, I haven't seen you in so long. So I booked that show. And yesterday, I had just a really stressful day. And I was like, oh, my God, I got to leave for Indiana. It's 2 hours away. And I realized, I'm like, oh, no, I can't do Carlos's podcast. So I'm having like a panic attack. And I call you, and you're in the middle of something. You're like, what's going on? You're like, you sound like busy. And I was like, I can't do your podcast. You're like, what? And then I'm like, I completely messed up. I got to be in Indiana, and I'm supposed to do your podcast. And you're like, well, I guess we can't do it tomorrow. And I was like, tomorrow? So never mind. I'll be there. The first thing I had to do in 9 months, and I couldn't even remember what day it was.
You were like, yeah, dude, I don't think I'm going to be back until 9 p.m. And I was like, oh, bummer, dude. The show, it's on at
yeah.
I guess we'll have to find another guest for tomorrow, dude. No worries. It's not. You're like, oh, it's tomorrow? Cool, we're good. Yeah. No big deal. And I'm just like, You went like this to this, like
I know. I felt so bad because I was like, I feel like such a douche because I asked you to do it, and then I'm canceling on you.
It's fine. It's fine. You look great. You're here. How'd the show go?
It was great. It was great. There were a ton of people there. It was all safe to, all the COVID stuff, but like it just felt
what a show looks like right now, please.
a lot of them are outside, distant, heaters, that kind of thing. Like they're doing it all. It's just not ideal. Spaced out, in a good show, on a normal situation, you want people like crammed in, packed, because laughter is contagious. So like if the table next to you is having a blast, it kind of carries over. At least I think so. I think I think it's just less awkward, like, because people are kind of shy when you can see people and it's like well lit and you can see what other people are up to. It kind of makes I don't know, the energy is different, but I think people are so desperate for entertainment these days. Like, I think people are just really antsy to get out and do something normal, like see a comedy show, go to a movie, things like that, go to eat. So they were definitely appreciative. But
any kind of like small event that people are doing, whether it's like an outdoor pop-up or like a unique something, people are 100% down for right now because honestly, nobody's doing much of anything.
Right. I know. Yeah, I'm so ready. I'm so ready for things to like get back and to whatever normal is. But
whatever it is, we're gonna roll with the punches again. It's kind of just what we do, dude. I mean, yeah. I've been making a career for myself of rolling with the punches.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's comedy been going for you, dude? I mean, I look at your posts on Instagram, which if you're not following Nate already, it's at Nate Comedy, Nate Comedy, Comedy, and he's hilarious. All of his posts, like you post daily, if not a couple of times a day, and it's all very relevant to what's going on. And yeah. Dude, I roll laughing at some of your shit. It's hilarious.
Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of just become the thing I'm doing right now because I can't go tell jokes somewhere, and so just to kind of keep me writing, I was like, I'm going to start using Twitter more, and then a popular thing now is it's a lot of memes and things like that, right? So it's I'll write a joke or something I'm just thinking about, something that I think is funny, and I'll share it on Instagram. It's just a lot of memes and that kind of thing. But oddly enough, that's been like the most, I guess, the best thing I've ever done. I don't know. It's starting to grow some like sort of audience. People actually message me about that stuff. They never did when I did stand up. Nobody ever cared about that. And then don't get me wrong, I'm not like famous or anything, but
dude, it is 10.3K followers. You're famous.
Yeah, no, I guess, but like I guess I am. I don't know. It's just fun to have like some sort of interact. You feel like you're not just being an idiot posting screenshots of your tweets. I'm like, oh, somebody actually enjoys this. That's kind of fun. But when you do stand up, you're like, hey, come see me do this show, and nobody shows up. And
dude, that's one thing about like stand up. It's like, so last year, the year before COVID, I'm very fortunate to say I was able to kind of dip my toes in the water of doing stand up and just getting up and doing a shitload of open mics.
What was that like?
Oh man, it's fun when you're doing well, and it's also extremely humbling when you just shit the bed.
Oh yeah, we all do it. Yeah.
And I've been on stage and I've had the crowd just roll, like everybody loves it, having a great time, and it feels so good. You get off the stage, you're like, cool, I'm geeked for the next one. That's awesome. Every joke that I said landed, or at least the majority of them.
That's good.
And then when you get off the stage and like you've been up there awkwardly for 5 minutes trying to do the same shtick, it just doesn't all come out the same way when you realize that everybody's in their drinks. Nobody cares about anything that's going on around them. Some people are in the video game or like, the Keno machine or something like that. They're just getting into it. Nobody really cares about the guy on stage. So you just get off a stage and you got maybe a chuckle or two and you just feel like you hate your life.
It's humbling. That's for sure.
For sure, man. So you've been doing stand-up since high school. For those of you just tuning in, I'm with one of my oldest friends at this point. Literally, when I first started doing Antony's, myself and my partner at the time, Patrick, we had a great amount of friends and family all around us. One of which was a friend of ours, his younger brother who was in high school, Nate. So I was 20 and 21 when we first started doing Aunt Knees. And our friend Nate was like, I could totally help out. You're 16 at the time, and you were doing stand-up also in high school. And then on top of that, you were selling chips and salsa with us at street fairs and everything. And dude, watching you grow from that point on in terms of your stand-up career, but then also your professional career, it's been a treat for me to know and to know you and to have seen you grow. But tell me a little bit about your journey, dude. I want to know how it started and why it started.
Okay, so I'm from Livonia, Metro Detroit, and went to high school in Dearborn. And I don't know what it was. I just wanted to try stand up at some point. I think the earliest I remember actually like writing down things I thought were funny was like junior high. I don't know why. And I started watching a lot of Comedy Central Presents. That was like my favorite thing to watch.
Yeah.
And I may or may not have downloaded a few of them legally through LimeWire. And so I would listen to them every day on the bus, right? I would listen to them every day. I had them memorized and stuff. And I was like, this is just so cool that somebody can just do this, make somebody laugh like that, like in that setting. And I wanted to try it one day. And I think when I was 16, I got to do my first open mic, and that was in Chicago, where I live currently. And so it's kind of funny how that came full circle. I am now living here. And that's been like 12 years now. I'm 20. I'll be 29 in the spring. So, yeah.
Damn, dude. So you've been doing professional comedy now for probably 10 years.
Yeah, probably 8 or 10 when I started working. And then the last 5 for sure, I've been, I guess, full time, whatever you want to call that. I mean, working every week, but making no money. But I was working every week, making. When I say no money, it's it's not enough. But the funny thing is the schedule's full time, but financially you're scraping by. But to me, that's worth it. I'm like, well, if I can make what I'm making doing stand up, if I can make that doing anything else, I might as well keep doing stand up. That was always kind of my attitude.
You've pushed really hard, and you've created a pretty cool following for yourself. You're hilarious, and I'm very proud to see that it's working, dude.
Thanks. Yeah. And, at one point in that whole stretch, I was working for Aunt Knees for I don't know how many years So, I mean, I'm sure everybody watching knows what Aunt Knees is, but
I mean, if you don't, maybe you're a follower of Nate. You've never seen the show. Aunt Knees is a chips and salsa and guacamole company based here in the city of Detroit. We've been doing chips and salsa since 2009 out of Eastern Market. Been able to sell them at farmers markets, at stores, all across Michigan. At one point in time, we were across the United States, scaled back when we started doing fresh salsa and fresh guacamole. Happy to say that now throughout Metro Detroit, but all across Michigan, you can pick up our products. Additionally, in larger stores like Whole Foods, we're available, Kroger. And I'm looking now, I mean, the goal this year, in 2020, at the beginning of 2020, was for me to push the Chicago market. Hopefully this year, I'll have that opportunity now. It's just COVID really kind of it changed the life for everybody.
Yeah, man. Wow. All right. Well, yeah, if next time you're around, let me know. Come hang.
Hell yeah, man. So I'm really excited that you're here with me today. I'm excited that we get to do this. For those, once again, if you're just joining the show, I make a sandwich. My friend makes a sandwich. We hang out in our kitchens. I got to ask you, what are you making for us today?
Okay. I'm making a club sandwich. I mean, classic club. Okay. I haven't had one. There's in Michigan, right? We got diners, Coney Islands, Greek restaurants, things like that. I mean, they have those here, right? But, and it's a simple thing, but I miss there. I had my favorite spots in Michigan that I would go for just the club sandwich, bread, lettuce, tomato, mayo, bacon, turkey, sometimes cheese. I'm going no cheese today. But I think that I've been kind of been craving it, and I was like, you know what, this is a good excuse to make a club as close as I can to home, so I feel like I was going for that what do I miss about Detroit kind of thing. Like I said, you can get a club anywhere, but it hits different when it's at home.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you've got things about Detroit. We've got the Coney, we've got the Hani, we've got the club. I mean, not necessarily the club sandwich is Detroit, but it's very reminiscent of Coney food, right? So if you go to a Coney in any other state, they're called diners. But in Detroit, Metro Detroit area, we call them conies. Why? Because we got the coney dog. The coney
Yeah.
dog is a hot dog with chili, mustard, onion. That's it. Is it a sandwich? No. A hot dog is not a sandwich.
I was wondering if this was going to come up.
If you can name it by its name without the bread, then it's not a sandwich. A burger is still a burger without the bun. A hot dog is still a hot dog without the bun. Just going to go ahead and leave that definition out there for you. Anyway,
I like it.
Sandwich talk. You've just joined us. We're going to do a quick commercial break. Nate, when we come back, let's make the sandwich, all right? All right. All right. Sandwich Talk is brought to you by the fine folks at Casamara Club. Inspired by the history and tradition of Italian Amaro, these Detroit-based beverages are balanced, buoyant, and food-friendly. Highlighting the natural vibrancy of farmed ingredients, you can currently find all 4 varieties available all across the United States by checking out their website at CasamaraClub.com. Incredible non-alcoholic beverage based off of Amaro. If you're not drinking at a bar, you order yourself in one of these Casamara clubs. I love it. Also mixes really well with different kinds of spirits as well. I like the Alta with gin if I'm drinking, but currently I am not drinking because from the months of January to April, I don't drink. Anyway, welcome back to the show. We've got our friend Nate Armbruater here joining us from Chicago. He is a stand-up comic. Follow him at Nate Comedy on Instagram or Twitter. Hilarious. What am I making? So you're going to be making a traditional club sandwich, no cheese, very traditional. Are you doing the bread layer in the middle?
Oh yeah, I got 3 slices of bread. Should I get the spread out here? Do you want to see it?
Spread it out. Spread it out.
I mean, like I'm saying, super simple. I got bread, tomato. Sorry about the lighting. It might. I don't know. Does that look gross on camera?
Yeah.
I promise you, there are bright colors in here.
Are you toasting that bread, or is that toasted already?
This one's toasted. I got to toast. I'm gonna throw this guy in the toaster. But yeah,
cool. Very cool.
Oh yeah, and I got the mayo, bacon in the oven, by the way.
Oh yeah. Is the bacon in the oven?
Yeah, I took it out, but I only make bacon in the oven. It's my little secret. That's not so secret.
No, I do bacon in the oven too, dude.
It cooks so perfectly, and it's never because I can never do it right on the stovetop. And this is just easy cleanup.
You get it nice and fatty. It sits in its own juices all day. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
What are you making?
What's that?
What are you making?
Oh, great question. I'm gonna do so over the weekend. As a catch up to you, I've been doing a lot outside of just Aunt Knees. Fortunately, like I'm very fortunate to say that I've been able to grow the different fun activities that I've been doing here within Detroit, and one of which is I am a partner with the cocktail bar Kiesling. They decided that they wanted to open up a kitchen this year, and it was obviously during COVID. So what does opening up a kitchen look like during a COVID scenario? Myself and my friend John, who is a chef here in the city, have been hired to partner with them to consult on what kitchens look like right now and create kitchen programs. So whether it's us doing food or us bringing in pop-ups, events, and things like that, and then having that be safe through windows, outside, setting up exterior setups and whatnot. This weekend, we did sandwiches because we transitioned either from us doing food or pop-ups doing food. So this weekend, we did traditional Italian Philly-style sandwiches. I've got this really good, fresh bolillo bun. This is a Mexican bun, but still nice and soft roll, super good. Not too hard on the outside, but still has a good tap to it. And I've got some fresh prosciutto. I've got some fresh mortadella, and also a nice hunk of fresh mozzarella that I'm going to put on there too. Some arugula, a little bit of the old banana peppers too, because I like it spicy.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
Man, I feel like I should have gone a little more fancy. This is
no. I'm not even using butter for this one today.
You're the sandwich guy.
Butter on almost every single sandwich that I've ever done, and I'm not using butter on this one today.
All right, it's a special episode.
It's a special episode. First things first, I got to put a little bit of olive oil on my boy because you want your boy soaked in a little bit of olive oil. Just very little. I'm going to just splash it right on top. Make sure I don't get too much here. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
We just want it to be, have it be nice and Italian. A little bit of olive oil there. I've also got some vincotto. Do you know what vincotto is?
No.
So balsamic vinegar, right?
Yep.
Vincotto is basically balsamic vinegar without the vinegar.
Well, there you go. So it's just balsamic.
It's just I mean, it's just it tastes like just like good tastes like grapes. It's just awesome, dude. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on here too.
All right.
Oh yeah. What do you got going on over there? What's your favorite sandwich, Nate? Do you have a favorite sandwich?
My favorite sandwich, man. I love the thing is I just love the club sandwich. I don't know, but I don't know if anything in particular really stands out. I'm a big fan of delis, so I mean I'll order something that's where it's like, have you ever heard of the Bread Basket? It's in there's one. I mean, yeah, I grew up right by one, and they do sandwiches like this big, size of your face kind of thing, and I'll do that once in a while. Love a corned beef. Ooh, you know what? A Reuben, a classic Reuben. You can't go wrong. I'm not as fun as you are, Carlos. I like simple, kind of standard stuff.
It's okay.
But there's different versions. There's different. I do like when some people do their own twist on it. You know what I mean? There you go. That is fresh.
However, in order to make this a true Italian sandwich, you got to have this thing swimming in Parmesan. I'm unfortunately not Parmesan. I just realized that my girlfriend took the Parmesan.
Is she watching right now?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It's
now
fine.
She knows.
It's fine.
Now she knows.
You know what she told me too. She told me yesterday. She's just like, "Oh, I took the parm home. It's in my place." And I was
I
like,
love that you guys.
What's that?
I love that you guys share Parmesan. That's a real. You guys really trust each other.
Yeah, we share Parmesan. It's it's fine. All right, so I definitely want a fair amount of this mozzarella, this fresh mozzarella. I love a good fresh mozzarella, and I've never been to Italy, but from what I understand, Italy, a traditional gas station or truck stop sandwich is literally just hunks of fresh mozzarella and hunks of prosciutto, and that's basically it. So that's kind of what it's going to be today. I'm going to do these fat hunks of fresh mozzarella. Just real thick boys. Maybe even another one. Maybe even another slice.
There you go.
Because why not? I mean, I'm not driving.
So here's what I got going on. I throw on the mayo first. I do each side. The middle. There's 3 slices of bread, right? So I do mayo, slice, mayo, right? Is that a cat I hear?
Yeah.
I love it.
That's Frank.
That's the studio audience.
You remember Frank, right? From back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Here, let me show you. Come here.
Get Frank in there.
Say hi to your Uncle Nate.
There he is. Man, who's a good boy? Did you say that to cats?
Yeah. All he does is he just shuds. That's all he does all day.
Cats are the best. I got a dog running around here somewhere.
Oh, man, you got a dog now?
Very large dog, 160 pounds.
Holy crap. So he's not doing much running, is he?
He's pretty quick. Pit bull, 160 pounds. I think I got pictures on the old Instagram if you're into it.
You have pictures of your dog on your Instagram?
Yeah, well, a lot of the stories. My girlfriend runs an official Instagram page.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I know it's the things we do.
Man, how long have you guys been together now?
Some 5 years.
Wow, that's nuts, dude.
Right?
You started dating over here, right?
Right. Yep. No, yeah, we met. She was working in Detroit and then living in Chicago, and that was the first couple of years. And then I followed her to Chicago, and now we're here.
Well, tell her I said hello, please.
I will.
Yeah. Is she working from home right now?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
She actually worked from home pre-pandemic, so luckily not much has changed for us.
You seeing this right here, Nate? The fresh,
That looks good.
the fresh prosciutto, right? Prosciutto.
Yep, that's official.
All
You
right.
go all out.
We're just stuffing this boy in here. All the prosciutto right in there.
Look at that.
So we ended up getting like a full ass rack of fresh prosciutto for this weekend sandwiches.
Uh-huh.
We had a few slices left over, so I took it home.
The perks of working in food service. You know?
Oh. No.
Wait, while we're doing it, here. Can you see that?
Uh-huh.
Sorry about the greasy hands. It's from the bacon. It feels so gross. I'm like, oh, right up on camera. All I'm using is my laptop camera, so I'm like, I hope this looks good.
Dude, it looks great. I've got mortadella here. Fresh cut mortadella.
Ooh.
I'm going to fold that boy right in there like that. We just want it basically so like every bite is going to have a little bit of everything in it. Just like a good sandwich, Gotta love a fresh mortadella. It's the better bologna, really.
It really is. I'm not a big bologna guy.
Some people aren't. That's okay.
I'm full of it, though.
Oh, this
Come
guy
on.
looks. What are you, a joke man?
Come on.
Mm-hmm. And
now, here you go. Holy crap. I need a tooth. I should have gotten toothpicks.
Oh, snap.
Look at that. There you go. You want to see this, Carlos? Look at that.
Oh, dude, is that done already? Holy shit, you're fast.
Sorry. Yeah, well, I got all excited because I have no life. And I was like, hey, Carlos has got me on his podcast today. I'm going to go to the store. I got bacon. I got all the ingredients, right?
Yeah.
And then I like to cook it in the oven, right? So I put it in like maybe 10 minutes before you called. And so I was already ready. I had everything. I had the tomatoes cut. So I just assembled it, And that's that's probably a third of the reason I chose to make a club is because it's not like a hard sandwich to make on the air. I'm like, okay, it's my first time on Carlos's show. Don't want to look like an idiot. It's hard to mess up a club.
I got some fresh arugula here. I'm just gonna stuff that right into.
Should I have shown all of the ingredients on camera like that?
It's fine.
I got so excited.
What you did, I love. But what you're gonna do when we finally bite into our sandwiches is you're gonna show us layer by layer what you constructed there, just so we have another.
I'll hold off.
All right. So for me, I know I've got a few other things to construct. First of all, you need a fresh citrus. You want that citrus right there on top. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
You see that? That's lovely. I also want a little bit more olive oil because that's the Italian way. Oh yeah. That's a lot of olive oil. I don't care. I need it. And then you know what? For a little bit more zhuzh, we want a little bit more of this vincotto.
Love zhuzh.
A little bit more of the vincotto. Popping the vincotto right on there. Like I said, I'm out of Parmesan. This thing would be swimming in Parmesan if I had it. Paige, if I had Parmesan, Paige.
Come on, Paige.
All right. I'm also going to do a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. Pop it a boopy. Love the pepper. All right. What else? Oh, I forgot. I got these little banana boys.
Banana pepper. You can. I could eat that just straight up with a fork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is traditional. You tell me. If you're from Italy, Sicily, do you just eat these? You just eat these? How does it work? Tell me.
Right. Eat them just in your pocket. You got a bag full of them.
Yeah. Do you just carry it in your shirt pocket here?
Yep.
You can write us at carlos.s.parisi@gmail.com or just carlos@antnews.com.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Or just write it in the comments.
God, that looks amazing.
All right, I'm going to take this off. We got the Casamaro, which is a nice little Amaro Italian beverage here. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to show you. Oh, yeah. This is what we want right here. We want
Yeah,
that.
right. It's Subway. Yeah. Did you work at Subway at one point? Look at you folding that thing.
Mm.
You put the knife in, you fold it. There you go. That looks amazing. Bravo.
Thank you very much. All right.
God, one of these days we got to do this in the same room so I can try it.
You know, the original version of the podcast is we eat sandwiches in the same room. The next level now, so what we're doing this year is I'm transitioning between making sandwiches in my apartment and then going to places and eating in parking lots with friends. We did that at the last episode of the year, which was at High Grade Deli. Amazing episode. Check that one out on YouTube. Just type in, Planet Ant Sandwich Talk. It all shows up. We did one last week where myself and my friend John, who I'm doing the sandwiches with over at Kiesling, we did Saigon Market. We did 4 different banh mi's in the parking lot. Worked out real well. We enjoyed them. But
Nice.
right now, it's looking like it's time. Before we slam into these sandwiches, we got to stop for a break. If you don't know about it, it's the Anthony snack break. Here we go. Boom. Take a little bit of this chip. Gotta eat it. 4 ingredients in our chips. Nate, tell them about the chips.
Oh, man. Oh, I can't remember my pitch. Man, I used to work at Eastern Market every week for you guys, and you would think there's only 3 ingredients, right?
4.
4 ingredients. Oh, I forgot one. Gosh, what were they?
Sea salt, oil, flavor lime, and fresh, locally grown, GMO-free corn.
That is right.
Nate,
By the way, best chips I've ever had, and that's not me just saying it.
tell them about the salsa.
We got, what's changed about it? Is anything different?
Package is different.
The package, okay, because when I was there, it was just a square pack.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh ingredients, tomato, your standard salsa, all natural.
Real ingredients, made here in the city of Detroit. That's what we do.
Yep. So good.
All of it.
When do you think you'll be able to get it into Chicago? Can you mail me some?
I can do a refrigerator boy, yeah, for sure. But I think the best way for me to do it is me to just drive it to you. I'll send you some samples. If you want to hit the road with me in Chicago and just go from Whole Foods and getting them in on it, we're approved to be in there. We just need to have a distribution. We need them all to pick it up.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I don't live. There's a couple near me, so as soon as you're in there, I will. I'll tell everybody I know about it.
Hell yeah! All right, cool. So, yeah, we got time. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your sandwich, layer by layer, and then take a bite, dude.
Now, I should have assembled this the way you did, right, on camera, slowly. But so okay, I love my favorite thing is when they cut. When you cut into it, it's almost like it's like a cake. But so we got drop some bacon. Ooh. So we got I did some wheat toast, right? Three slices of wheat toast, mayo on all slices. The middle slice I mayoed each side. What's that?
What kind of mayo did you use?
I used the standard Kraft, whatever we got.
All right.
Yeah, it's Kraft. So yeah, I didn't get too crafty with it. So I did lettuce, tomato from the vine, and then thick cut bacon, and there you go.
Before you take a bite of that, we need to have both of our sandwiches side by side.
Sorry about the greasy hands. Full greasy hands. It's from the bacon. I'm not just an animal.
I definitely dropped some.
There you go. I wonder if my neighbors can see me across. Just hold up. Let's see. Okay, so for those who can't tell, my laptop is on it's on my fridge. And so there's a window right there with the neighbor, and I hope she can see me just holding up a sandwich to the top of the fridge.
Yeah,
Lion King style.
I wouldn't question it.
Yeah, it'd be great if she was watching.
Take a bite. Tell us what you think. Ooh, good sound.
Mm. Sorry about that. It's very good. I didn't think to be chewing on mic with this.
It's an ASMR podcast. You're good.
Oh my God, if that's gross, I'm really sorry.
What do you mean it's gross? I enjoyed it. I mean,
if it is.
It's not. It's enjoyable.
That I'm not, patting myself on the back here, but that tastes like every club made by somebody on work release that I've ever had.
Sweet.
You know what I mean? It tastes exactly the same.
Good deal.
I only cut it in half. I wanted to cut it in fours for a presentation, but the loaf that I had, it's not very big, so I didn't want to just make it a complete disaster.
That's okay, dude. That is okay. This sandwich here is traditionally an Italian sandwich is best when you let the juices all kind of sit and flow with each other. So this might not be the best representation of Italian sandwich because it's not been sitting for a long time. So we're going to try it out. In here, I've got it lined with olive oil and vincotto. We've got fresh mozzarella. We've got prosciutto, mortadella, arugula. I've got a little bit more olive oil and vincotto. I've got the banana peppers, and then I also did fresh cracked pepper on top. So we're going to try this out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go from it right over here on this side so you can kind of see it. Cheers to you. Let's do it.
Cheers. There it is. Look at that. You're an artist.
Holy shit.
Look at that.
With here. You see that thick, you see that thick cut of the mozzarella in there? So good.
Oh, yeah.
Great flavors working throughout. Really, you gotta love anything that's soaked in olive oil. This is good.
Yeah, you can't hate anything soaked in olive oil.
All the flavors in an Italian marriage of fun right here. Jesus, that's great. That's great. The one thing about a sandwich like this is it's a napkin-y boy for sure. You're going to get your hands just covered in olive oil. I mean, yours is greasy because of the bacon. Mine's just the olive.
Yeah, it's pretty greasy.
Not a hand-making podcast here.
But it's worth it.
Geez, dude. We are flying through this episode. That was awesome. Let me ask you, dude. So you got a few favorite sandwiches. I need to get to Chicago soon. What are your favorite sandwich spots in Chicago?
Okay, there's a couple famous delis here
Mm-hmm.
that are very good. So if you love a deli sandwich, there's Steingold's. Are you familiar? Okay, pretty well known. Great deli. Another place called Manny's, kind of been here forever. Everybody knows. It's like one of the, I would say in the top 5, those are both in there. As far as like if you're looking for a place to recommend to somebody. Great lunch spots. So that's where I would start, you know.
What about some of the low-key spots? You got a spot for me? I'm talking low-key, cash only, in a hood, like in a neighborhood that like you need to know a guy to know where it's at.
I haven't hit any of those spots yet. I haven't been to them, I should say. So I can't really recommend anything like that, but I'll find them for you. And then I'll do some research and I will bring it to them.
Have you had Semitas de Puebla?
What's that in English?
Semitas. The type of roll is sesame seed roll.
Then I have definitely not if there's a sesame seed roll in there.
And then the Puebla. So in Puebla, Mexico, there's this specific type of torta that is just a big boy, dude. It's a big monster of a boy. And there's a place in Chicago called Semitas de Puebla that has those sandwiches.
Okay. That's the name of I thought that was the name of a sandwich. It's the name of a restaurant.
It's a place in Chicago, yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't been there. Okay, I'll definitely go for sure.
So CMITAS.
Okay.
E Puebla. Puebla.
Okay.
Dude, monster sandwiches.
I'll go there this weekend.
What's that? Yeah, go this weekend, dude. If it's still, I hope it's still open. Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, I'll find out.
What's your favorite place for a cheesesteak? Or not a cheese? I'm sorry, for an Italian beef. Wrong city.
Ooh, okay. A lot of people hate on me for this, especially locals, because well, my girlfriend, all of her friends are like from here. They grew up here, kind of the way I did in Detroit. So they're from like the suburban areas, but they know like everybody's got an opinion. It's like picking Lafayette or National, it's like the same thing. And there's two places here that are kind of like, I guess, the top two chain type places, and that's Portillo's and Al's Beef.
Mm-hmm.
I live near an Al's Beef, so therefore I've had it more often.
Mm-hmm.
And I tend to like there's more than Portillo's, but people give me a hard time about it, especially people who are from here.
All right. So I've had Portillo's. I've had Al's. I've had several.
They're both great, by the way.
And I've had 2 Al's locations. The Al's downtown, not a fan. The Portillo's that I've had, all of it, it's food, but it's nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
The Al's, the original Al's that I've had, the one that's in some neighborhood I don't even know where.
Yeah.
That spot kicks ass, dude.
Yeah. The one by me is great. I mean, like, it just feels like I mean, I don't know. To me, both are great. They're both are like good sandwiches, right? But it's really, I guess, also with the fries too. I think the whole all around meal experience I've always had at Al's, it feels more. I don't know. It feels more authentic. Maybe too. It's like depends on the location you've been to. Because you go to the Portillo's downtown, you feel like you're in a tourist, like you're around. Just it's so busy. There's people,
Totally.
So I think that kind of takes away from it too. Maybe kind of like adds to the experience. But the Al's by me, it's like some guy on his lunch break, who's carrying, he's got a hard hat. He's another guy driving a garbage truck runs in real quick, and you're like, what? This is like where like I just always felt like that was where I guess the people go, but also it's right by me, so that's the other thing. It was just convenient. I've always been happy with everything I've gotten there.
There's a couple of other low key spots that do a good Italian beef too, and like, I mean, you got to have a shelf for the lean. If you're not familiar with the Chicago lean, let me tell you. So you got to stand like this anywhere you're at, right? You're not going to be sitting. You're going to be standing. And in order to properly eat it, you got to have your wrists, your forearms right here on the shelf, and then you eat it like this. So in this way, nothing's going to get down on your area here. You're not going to go all over the place, and you don't need to sit down because you don't got time for that.
Right.
You sit here, and you Chicago lean your sandwich all the way to the mouth, all the way to the dough. It's gone.
Yep. No, the Al's Beef, they actually have it on the wall. Like it's like there's like a drawing of Al on the wall, and they're like, "This is how you stand just like this." So it's like a real thing.
This is a good sandwich.
I gotta try that.
Well, I'm telling you, he's got a nice loaf of bread, olive oil. You toss on the fresh mozzarella, fresh prosciutto, some mortadella. Go to town on it. Toss in the arugula, cracked pepper, a little bit of lemon. Game over. So delicious.
Here's the thing: we didn't talk about what sandwiches we'd be making today. So what would you have done if that's what I was making? Would you have been? Has it happened yet?
What do you mean?
Like where I showed up and I'm like, I'm making the exact same thing as you?
No, I actually like to leave it as a surprise because I don't want to know what people are making before the show. If it happens that we make the same sandwich, holy shit, that's awesome.
God, what happened? That's not happened yet?
Not yet.
Okay, because when it does, you gotta like have like it's almost like a double Jeopardy where like all of a sudden you gotta have like balloons and stuff ready.
Yeah, the siren goes off. Everybody parties.
Yeah.
The camera will shake. Ah!
Yeah, some After Effects in there.
Yeah, right. But no, not yet. Not yet. It hasn't happened yet.
How's Eastern Market these days?
Dude, the market's great. It's Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, hang on. This will help.
Get him an antacid.
This is so good.
Yeah.
This with the flavors of Italy right here. Love it. It goes perfect together. Anyway, the market's changed a little bit since you've last been there because of COVID. There's
Sure.
half the amount of vendors that there used to be because it needs to be a lot more spaced out. During the summer, they actually fenced it off in order to
Regulate the
regulate the
amount of
crowd.
people.
Exactly. It was like only like 1,000 or 2,000 or something like that was allowed to be in there at the same time.
Yeah.
So they had people at the ends of the fenced in areas actually like, hey, can you hang on 1 second? We have to wait for a few people to get out of here. All right, cool. You can go on in. The lines went fast. It all worked out. But everybody has to wear masks, whether you're inside or outside. It doesn't matter. If you're in the market scenario, you have to wear a mask. It's the same great vendors, a lot of the classic vendors, a couple of new people too. It really also depends on how comfortable the vendors are. Some vendors, are unfortunately they have some health issues and they haven't been able to continue the market this year. But for the most part, a lot of your traditional favorite folks are there still. You've got your produce, you got your flowers, a lot of great food. Still a couple of food trucks there and a couple of
Nice.
to-go food situations too going on. So Easter Market's great, I don't know how, from what I understand, they've had conversations weekly with different farm markets throughout the United States on what they're doing, how to adjust, the proper ways to go about the pandemic as a farm market. So from what I understand, Easter Market, thankfully enough, is at the forefront of the changes throughout the pandemic.
Nice.
Not one day was closed because of the pandemic.
That's great.
Was open the whole time.
Good. Yeah. I wish there was something like that in Chicago. Like something. There's nothing really like this. I guess I haven't found anything that close to it.
Well, there used to be something over on Maxwell Street, right? Back in the day.
Yeah, I haven't been to that, but I haven't found quite the same kind of vibe as Easter. I think it's just so unique,
Yeah, I agree. It's a beautiful thing. There's, not so much now, but there was live music, a lot of barbecue, and food everywhere, sprawling market,
Oh yeah,
Bryan District. And over the last few years, a lot of great artists from across the world have come in and do murals all across the market. So you can walk in and just check out the different murals that have been done. Parties, different things that have happened at the market over the last 10 years to really just kind of see. I like to say that I've watched the resurgence of the city in terms of its growth and prosperity from the food perspective, and then also from the outdoor shopping experience perspective, grow through Eastern Market. You then see that transition throughout the rest of the city as well. But obviously, it goes with the same thing that I've echoed several times of, you won't be able to add your mark to the city of Detroit until you understand what the work of art and the painting was beforehand. Everything has to be done with taste and understanding of what Detroit is and has been. Detroit's had a lot of hard times throughout its 200-something year history. We've worked very hard to continue moving forward as a city, and I think that this hardworking city has always been able to just show its colors and been able to push for the betterment of everybody. There's certain things of like downtown that you maybe don't agree with, certain things in different districts, but at the end of the day, the one thing that you should be able to do is make sure that you're part of your community. And Detroit is a very, very community focused city. So, that just means in every single neighborhood, there's a block club, there's organizations, helping each other out. And then larger than that, there's different organizations that are helping and continuing to push and grow the community. Detroit itself is a city that's large enough to have all of San Francisco, Boston, and all of Manhattan inside of it at the same time. It's a huge city that people don't understand. But because we've all been working on, seeing what the elements of the city are and have been, we've been able to push each other forward and help bring a larger breath of life to our city by understanding what's been done before. And I've been able to see that and witness that throughout Eastern Market in the last 10 years.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the big thing, especially being around here. People are, oh, you're from, by the way, every other person here is from Michigan for some reason. It's so funny. It's not interesting, when he tells them I'm from Michigan and they go, me too. Or somebody like nobody, it's kind of like a transplant city for a lot of people. And, but the people who aren't familiar with Detroit, they don't realize how big it is, like geographically. Like it's, it's like how many square miles is it? There's just so much.
It's a huge city, dude. But I'm happy that you were able to experience the different things that we had going on 10 years ago here. And then you were able to then transition your way outside into Chicago, and now you're able to see Chicago now.
Right. And I'm at the point now, like this is what was crazy to me, because I always lived in Michigan or whatever. So that was like the only way of living that I knew, like the areas, the communities, things like that. And then now that I've been here a couple of years, it's kind of like that for me now, where like I can get around without thinking about it now. Like I know where I'm going, kind of thing. Like
Totally.
I don't feel like a tourist, which is kind of a good feeling. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I do kind of miss Detroit a ton. But it was just the right move for me at the time, and I'm really happy here. But
Absolutely.
I do miss Michigan.
Hey man, come back anytime, dude. You're more than welcome to be here. If you ever need a place to stay, I mean, I know you got your family and friends as well, but like my door is always open to you. You can come back. We'll hang out. We'll do something. Obviously, with
great.
Being the way it is, we'll figure out something to do. But
definitely.
I mean, like it's just good to see you, dude. It's good to hang out with you. I can't tell you how much I'm proud of you to have seen you grow from being, somebody who just wanted to do stand-up to somebody now who is a career stand-up comic. And you're in a city that is very encouraging to that. And I'm so proud to know you. I'm so proud to see you keep doing it, dude, because
thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You're fucking hilarious.
Thank you. And likewise, if you're ever in town, let me know. You got a place to stay. You can meet my dog.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's around here somewhere. I keep waiting for him to like walk in and a little cameo. But
well, let's talk real quick. I want to do some quick work to make sure that everybody knows how to find you. What's your Instagram, Twitter handle? How do we find you? Any things that you have upcoming too? Any kind of plugs?
All right. Yeah. So everything I do on social media is at Nate Comedy, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Instagram is like where I live, I guess. It feels like I guess that's where the most interaction I get, the most I'm interacting with people. I mean, Twitter's fun, but it's Twitter. Instagram is like, I feel like the last fun social media we got.
Yeah. I agree.
So Instagram
cool too. Like I've been doing TikTok a little bit.
TikTok's fun. I don't post. Like I don't post on it. I'll watch a TikTok video if it crosses my screen, but I don't spend a lot of time on it. Yeah. And a lot of TikToks end up on Instagram, as do tweets. Like that's what happened with my stuff, where like I just started posting like memes and stuff and making things like that. And anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm doing, at least to entertain people for now. I'm working on a new podcast that'll be out soon, hopefully. I got to work out a few things before I really start getting that going, but hopefully in the next month or two, that'll be like up and running. And all that information will be on the social media. So if they follow me, they could get all that info on my social media.
Sweet, dude. I mean, I'm excited to see, what else is in store for you. I like I said, I'm super proud to see you keep growing, and you've got something really great going on, man. So
thanks, man. So do you.
Thank you very much, dude. So yeah, I just want to make sure that everybody knows. Check out more Planet Ant podcasts by checking out planetantpodcast.com. You can check out all of our podcasts on Spotify, as well as these video casts all on YouTube. Just continue to type in Planet Ant Sandwich Talk, or just Sandwich Talk, or my name. I'm sure something's going to pop up. Aside from that, I want to thank Mike McGettigan for always putting us on. I want to thank everybody that's part of the Planet Ant community as well, Darren Shelton, Parker Hammond, everybody who's been able to strongly encourage all of us to keep pushing, keep moving forward. There's a lot of great shows on the Planet Ant Network right now, including every Monday night there's live improv, there's Boxed In with Friends, there's Fan to Fan. Every Friday night there's Mask Off. A bunch of great podcasts and different shows that we have on this network that allow you to just kind of get out of your own zone for a second. Aside from that, too, I need to thank Danny Veer, Zach Bridges for always being so supportive, always being part of the podcast. I want to thank our mustard valet, Michael Zuber. I want to thank our mailman, Carl Malone, and, of course, my chief, Miles O'Brien. If you want to check us out, check me out on Instagram. It's Carlos_Parisi. Aside from that, I don't really check other social medias, so it's probably just the best place to catch up with me is on Instagram, same as Nate. If you ever have an idea for the show, or if you just want to be a part of the show, feel free to write me. You can write in the comments below, or you can check out Instagram as well. But Until next time, I'm here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. We've got new guests all of this year. I want to thank all of you very much for supporting the show, for being part of the show, and for being part of this city of Detroit, but then also outwards. Chicago, I hope we get a few people from Chicago checking us out. We'll see. Or just one of Nate's 10.3K followers.
Yeah.
So that'd be awesome.
I'll make sure I share it for you.
Oh, yeah, dude. Thank you very much. So for all of you, I hope you guys got hungry. Happy sandwich.